call the meeting to order. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance and invocation to the ballot. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear God, please bless our elected officials. Grant them the wisdom to know and the courage to do what is right for all citizens. Amen.
Amen.
roll call, please.
Goodar.
Here.
Green. Here. LaFleur.
Here.
Mistravich.
Here.
Ricks.
Here.
Schultz.
Here.
Yard.
Here.
Good to see everybody here tonight. I'd like to thank Christine and the Richmond Historical Society for hosting us this evening. It's a great place. It's a good old days festival, and it couldn't be in any better place right now to hold our meeting. So we really appreciate, Christine, that you prepared this for us tonight.
Glad you're here.
Approval of minutes for the regular meeting of August 19th would be in order.
So moved.
Support. Motion's been made and supported. Is there any discussion on the motion? Being not, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion does pass. Any audience comments on any non-agenda items? If anybody would like to address the city council, we'd ask that you would stand up and say your name to the clerk for the record. Anybody like to address city council on any non-agenda items? Being not, we will move on. Is there a motion for the consent agenda? Pardon me? I'm sorry, I missed that. Bifocals. In the old days, I probably wouldn't have seen it at all. There's no changes, John? City council, any changes in the agenda? Motion to accept the agenda as presented be in order.
So moved. Support.
Motion made and supported. Is there any discussion? Being not, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion does pass. I'll hold it a little farther away. Is there a motion for the consent agenda?
I'll make the motion to approve the consent agenda as presented. Support.
Motion been made and supported. There is no discussion on the motion. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion does pass. We have 3 items for consideration this evening. The first one being consideration of approving resolution number 2013-12 for Constitution Week. Mr. City Manager.
The City Council is scheduled to adopt Resolution 2013-12, a resolution proclaiming Constitution Week as September 17th through the 23rd in the City of Richmond. Council has adopted similar resolutions and proclamations in 97 and 2001.
Thank you, sir. Is there a motion?
I make a motion to adopt Resolution 2013-12, a resolution proclaiming Constitution Week as September 17th through the 23rd in the City of Richmond.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Is there any discussion?
I really appreciate this making to our agenda, and especially during our political climate right now, I think it's important to remember why we established our more perfect union in the first place. So I appreciate you guys to pass this, support it.
Anything else?
Yes. I concur. I think it's very important to review the Constitution. I think many of the answers that Congress struggles with, they would find if they would just pick up the Constitution and realize whose duties everyone was, and they would just take care of the particular duties that they have. I think it's a very enlightening document that should be referenced more often, I think, than it is.
Anything else? Is there any audience comments on this issue?
Yes.
Will you state your name, please, for the
I'd like
record?
to share Ottawa Chapter Daughters of the American Revolution. I'd like to make a little comment on the celebration. The tradition of celebrating Constitution Week was started by the DAR in 1955. The Daughters of the American Revolution petitioned Congress to set aside September 17th through the 23rd annually to be dedicated for the observance of Constitution Week. The resolution was later adopted by the United States Congress and signed into public law number 915 on August 2nd, 1956 by President Dwight D. Eisenhower. On behalf of the Ottawa Chapter DAR, I would like to thank Richmond City Council for recognizing the importance of Constitution Week. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else like to address City Council? Back to the table? Any other discussion? Being not, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion does pass. Item number 2 is consideration of chamber request fall decorating. Mr. City Manager?
City Council is scheduled to consider approving a request from the Richmond Area Chamber of Commerce for a fall decorating contest and the use of the Trailhead Park on October 5th for voting. The Chamber of Commerce has partnered with TIFA in the past, I believe 3 years, to sponsor the fall decorating that we do from Park Street down to Howard. This year they're changing it up a little bit and are having a scarecrow decorating contest open to businesses and organizations within the community. Joe Alvin had also submitted a request to use the Trailhead Park on October 5th. They'll have cider and donuts and do voting. They've approached TIFA, and TIFA has approved funding this program again. Everything is in front of you.
Very good. Thank you, Jen. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve a request from the Richmond Area Chamber of Commerce for a fall decorating contest and the use of the Trailhead Park on October 5th, 2013.
Support. It's been made and supported. Is there any discussion on this item? It's a good weather for them. And that's interesting, first annual scarecrow contest. I've seen other communities that have done that and seem to be very successful.
Yes, I've seen it most often with like Christmas trees, but if it gets people out and they walk along and see what different ideas people have come up with, they're different flagpoles.
Is the city council going to be doing the scarecrow? Do we pick our own pole?
I think we could probably work that out.
I think we should.
I have a question, Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
On our brief, in the second paragraph, the last sentence, it says the Chamber of Commerce would oversee the decorating of goals and people participating in the decorating contest would have to put up their scarecrow on Saturday, November 23rd, that late?
I believe that is
October.
September. And I think it's in the rules somewhere.
No, I think, okay, it's put up on September 28th and taken down by November 23rd.
Yeah. September. Better build that pretty sturdy with the weather that we have. You know, what's that, 6 weeks or so?
Yeah, we go up on September 28th, I believe, and down on November 20th.
Right, and contest rules in the general at the very top.
Yeah.
September 29th. Okay. Are we all recognizing now that on the brief it's September 23rd? And the November 23rd is the takedown day.
When do the Christmas decorations go up?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving weekend, I coordinated that with the chamber, they would be coming down the week before.
The week before.
In time for, a lot of times sometimes waste management helps us with the corn slides and the,
Okay. Any other discussion on this item?
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Go right ahead.
One, I think it's great that the chamber is being creative and starting something new. Hopefully it's successful. And I think it's a great idea if council did one in front of City Hall. If we got together for one, maybe we could have one that says, state, this is our scarecrow for unfunded mandates from the state, and put it out front.
Anything else? Any audience comments on this item? Back to the table. favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion does pass. Our final item is consideration of chamber request for the trees in the streets. Mr. City Manager?
Council has scheduled the consideration on request from the Richmond Area Chamber of Commerce for the treats in the street. This year's event marks the 8th year that the chamber has done this.
Thank you, sir. Is there a motion?
I move to approve the special event permit requested by the Richmond Chamber of Commerce for the utilization of the municipal parking lot from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. 12 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Thursday, October 31st of 2013 for the 8th annual Treats in the Streets. Support.
Motion made and supported.
Oh, wait. And actually, their app says 11.
Pardon me?
I'm sorry, just go. Their app says 11 a.m.
Is there a reason that reads 12 on the motion presented by the administration versus the letter?
Because they didn't submit a new special event request, we went, if you look at their letter is 11.
Yeah.
Or
Their letter is 12 days.
Yeah. What they asked for.
Their application says 11.
We copied last year's application normally, but we changed 12.
Oh, okay, so it's 12, so.
Yeah.
12.
Okay.
Yeah, 12 new.
Okay. Anything else? Any audience comments on this item? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion does pass. Same manager's comment, sir.
I have nothing other than good luck with the festival.
Thank you. Okay, Michael?
Nothing other than it was nice to have the dedication of the new concession stand and restroom over the school board the other, the school facility the other night. It was very nice and great addition to our community and drawn a lot of people. I know they had good results from the first concession stand.
Who's the all money? Yeah. I bought the last hot dog. Yeah.
I'd just like to thank the Historical Society for hosting us tonight, and I'd also like to wish everyone a safe, enjoyable 50th Good Old Days celebration. And thank you for everything you do for Good Old Days. You do quite well.
Dennis?
I concur with everything. I just wanted to add that tell everybody to get out to the sporting events. There's track going on, there's soccer. So go use the facilities and enjoy the new concession stand and the bathrooms. And that's for everybody to use. It's a great addition.
Jeffrey? I concur with everything that's been said and hope everyone comes out and enjoys. I appreciate everything that the Gold Days crew does to have the celebration of Richmond happen every year.
And I would just like to say that the Ottawa chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution will be putting a display up in our library commemorating the Constitution Week after we submitted this resolution, and for Patriot Week, which is next week as well. And again, thank you too for all you do for Good Old Days. Very excited this weekend to see the town happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Jimmy?
Well, I think you're going to really luck out on weather this year. They're not calling for rain Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday like we've seen before, and good luck on the 50th. It's going to be exciting.
Very exciting.
I've been around for 50.
And then some.
And then some. And thanks again for allowing us to come up here. And I did have a slight problem trying to get in here because 50 years ago I now I said I'd never come back to this school. But here we are.
Here we are again. Yeah. When we were saying the Pledge of Allegiance, I thought my father said the Pledge of Allegiance in this school probably every single day with his brothers and sisters, And it was just very, very surreal. So this is a great thing to have in our community, and hats off again to the Historical Society for doing all these things, and again with us supporting them when we've been able to, when things were needed badly. The city's been there for the Historical Society also, so it's a great thing. As far as the Good Old Days Festival goes, it's going to be a great festival. tons and tons of people have worked very, very hard for many, many months now on their events to make it special, to make it different. We still think we run a good festival, so there's not a lot of huge change in the events, but in the events themselves, I think you'll see some great change. And we're really looking forward to the great weather and a lot of smiles throughout the weekend, a lot of good memories. So with that, we will move on to, we don't have a calendar in front of us like we normally do, but our next meeting is 2 weeks from tonight. It'll be back at City Hall, although I like this venue. This is really nice.
The calendar, the calendar.
Yeah, it might be a little tough without heat in it during the winter, but anyhow, we will move on to other business. Is there any other business of the City Council this evening? Being not, a motion to adjourn be in order.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. There's no discussion on the motion. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion passes. Thanks for being with us tonight.